LeBron James. What more can you say about the guy that hasn't already been said? He can play anywhere on the court, and he gets it done on both ends like nobody else in the league. If we can't slow him down, this game could get out of hand real quick. It's going to be one of the biggest tests of the season for me, that's for sure. Time to step up.
Everyone in their seats here in Boston to watch the Celtics on the home court. For the Cavaliers, this is the last game before heading back to Cleveland. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
Well, this team is a lot of fun to watch. Everything seems to be going their way, but they're making their own breaks now. They're taking advantage of situations and opportunities, but they're doing everything right at both ends of the floor.
Yeah, and they've been putting on a clinic. I mean, as fun to watch as any other team in the league. And with the calls and bounces that have gone their way, you really get the sense that this is their time.
Now a chance, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. The starting five on the floor. So on the floor for Cleveland, LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. And it's Mozgov in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Irving attacking. Another miss by Irving. Well, what a season for Kyrie Irving last year. Huge moments for him. 57-point outburst against San Antonio. That was a new franchise record for the Cavs.
I think a lot of it was finally being able to play with other All-Stars, quite honestly, Kevin. But you can't discount the work Irving put into the offseason to be ready for the regular season.
And the shot is good.
Really a heads-up play on both ends there. The steal and the quick push on the break.
Rapid-fire basketball at its best. Boom, 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 bang.
Now here's Olynyk. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. For three, Thomas, no good.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
Here's Thomas. He's coming off a 19-point game against Charlotte.
And was a force on the defensive side as well. 4 steals over the course of that game.
A good open look, and he splashes home the three.
And the Cavaliers with possession here. Following the three-pointer by Boston. Here's LeBron. Love with a wide-open look. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. The Celtics have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. It's Bradley on the wing. Back to Lee. It's Bradley on the wing. Screen by Lee. Just 5 on the clock. The baseline J. They get it again. Missed inside.
The shots aren't dropping yet. They've missed 4 of their first 5 shots.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Smith wide open. He fires. That's in there. Love with the assist. Smith's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. There's the pick. Bradley kicks to Olynyk. Screen by Lee. Up top, Crowder. James covering. It's tipped. First quarter of play. We're about 3 minutes in.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession. And one problem with the Cavs last season was they put immediate pressure on themselves. A part of that was the trade for Kevin Love.
And the basket by Olynyk.
Oh, That is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Picked by Mozgov. Smith kicks to Love. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. As you said, the Cavs put a lot of pressure on themselves because of the trade. You could see it affect the way they came out of the gate, Clark.
And, you know, it was just night and day, Kevin, when the Cavs began to relax and click. I mean, a total transformation and turnaround. They would go 19-20 in the first 39 games and then 34-9 over the rest of the season once those guys gelled and got locked in.
Got that one up quick. Smith's got 5.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him.
Lee outside. Back to Thomas. Fires the 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg. And when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Now here's James. A 23-point game for him in the win against the Magic in Orlando.
And also give him credit for his ability to pass the basketball. He was always looking for the open man. You know, the rest of the D can be stretched a little thin when the double team's in place like that.
Picked by Lee. Bradley drives in. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Bradley's got his first 2 points.
Shaped and baked with the crossover move, and that's what freed him for the score.
And got him on the wrong foot and then just blew by him. And for Kyrie Irving, it had been a long time coming. Last season, he finally played in his first postseason with the Cavs. And up until the unfortunate injury, he certainly made the most of it.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. Roof shots.
That free throw good. And so Irving nails both of them.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
Thomas, no good.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
The shot's good from Irving.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
Now here's Thomas, and he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Pass to Sullinger. And here's Irving. A 17-point game for him in the win against Orlando.
Oh, I tell you what, nice little run here they're going on.
And getting to the 10 has been the key. They're getting point-blank looks time and time again.
Here's Thomas. He hits the shot at the very last second.
Goodness.
Woo!
The pressure on him in those circumstances was massive.
Oh, man.
What pressure? You guys are over-exaggerating here. I mean, you can't rattle this guy no matter what the situation is.
And here's Freak on his experience as a one-and-done college player.
It was definitely a hard decision. I had to sit down with my family and weigh the options and really take the time to figure out what's best for me. It was tough. I mean, I loved my team, my coaches, and just the whole college experience, you know. But on the other hand, there's always a risk of injury, you know. I just felt like I was ready to take my game to the next level, so why wait? And I think it turned out for the best. No regrets.
Now with more and more freshmen, Clark, making the jump to the pros, we can expect to hear more stories like this, I'm sure.
Well, without question, Kevin, that's the case and the landscape that we find ourselves in. But, you know, there's something to be said for developing all 4 years in college when that's the best route for an individual player. Nowadays, I think, unfairly so, there's a ton of pressure on young guys sometimes to leave prematurely. We'll see if Freak's decision pays off for him long term.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And from what we've seen from the Cavaliers, what do you guys see?
Really active hands early on here as they're able to acquire several steals.
Well, they've really been aggressive guys on defense, and it's paid off, so why stop? Keep it up.
Turner, the small forward, with Sullinger at the 4. Freak is out there with Isaiah Thomas, and it's Zeller in at the 5 down low. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Hornets was a big factor. He chipped in his share of points and added a few rebounds as well. Overall, just an incredible bonus for his team as he made a big impact coming off the bench.
All right, Doris, thanks. That really was a spectacular game for him, even by his standards, guys.
And how about the high standards he has for himself? Really did have it all working for him in that game.
Anxious to see what's in his mind for an encore today. I mean, it'd be awfully difficult to top that last game.
And so it's Cleveland with it, following the bucket by the Celtics. Varejao up top. Some nice passing by Cleveland here. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Celtics trail by 9. Outside Thomas.
Move the ball. Stick it to Mark.
Out to Turner from outside the arc. Shot is off. And Cleveland will come the other way. They come into this one having outplayed the Magic last game.
And really an emphatic win for them, especially considering that it came in an opponent's building, and there's no question it was their offense that carried them.
I love the way they went and got this game, Greg. I mean, they attacked at every opportunity, never relaxed or sat back, and as a result, they eventually pulled away.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming on the court are your Celtics dancers. Give it up.
And some changes here for the Celtics. Amir Johnson's checked in for Zeller. Jay Crowder comes in for Isaiah Thomas. And Bradley's subbed in for Freak. And then for Cleveland, Love's checked in for Varejao. James comes in for Jefferson. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Iman Shumpert. Now here's Turner. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Shot clock at 5. From about 19 feet. Good D by Williams.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
And pushing it up, here's Boston. Goes up to the stripe. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Kicks it to Smith. It's a pick by Love. Dishes to Williams. LeBron outside. Williams against Turner. The screen from Thompson. 4 on the shot clock. Smith for three. And Boston with the rebound. Defeated by the Hornets in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Just not a disciplined performance defensively in that game, guys. A lot of silly fouls hurt them throughout.
I think lack of discipline is the right phrase, Greg. I mean, a lot of silly fouls, and they did that even when they were in foul trouble.
Here's Smith. After Jared Sullinger's bucket, Thompson a screen on Bradley. Pass to Love. The kick out to LeBron. Left side, Williams. Jacks up a three. Sullinger with the rebound.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. J.R. Smith picks one up. Taking a look at Avery Bradley, his career's been kind of up and down, Greg. Started out in high school where he developed into one of the nation's top prospects in high school.
You know, it's a great point. And as a college freshman, really established himself as one of the top defensive guards in the country, won numerous awards, then enters the draft after only 1 year.
That free throw good from Bradley.
You know, with Avery Bradley, he was the 19th pick in the draft for the Celtics. The outlook for him was great, but then ball handling and shooting injury concerns flattened out his development. He had a hard time getting over the hump for a few years, but he's over it now.
Kelly Olynyk checked in for Boston. Lee comes in for Johnson. Mozgov, he's checked in for Cleveland. Kyrie Irving comes in for Williams. Second free throw, no good.
And, you know, getting back to Avery Bradley, he's been dynamite the last 2 years. He's finally found consistency with the mid-range jumper and plays a complete game of basketball. With just a little more seasoning, I really feel like the sky's the limit.
And taking a quick look here, guys, at the hustle stats for the Cavaliers.
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunities. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
And he knocks down the first one.
And it's not often that one of your enforcers is also one of your best three-point shooters, but such is the case with J.R. Smith. Everywhere he's gone, he's played both roles, sometimes to the team's benefit, but others to its detriment.
J.R. Smith hits them both.
Well, you could see a change in the play with the Celtics after the trade deadline last year. And adding Isaiah Thomas gave them some pop off the bench and really created some balance for them offensively.
Now here's Crowder. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Launches a three. Cannot hit. So Cleveland will take it the other way. And that was something the Celtics needed, adding Thomas, a player that could come in and provide Clark instant offense for them off the bench.
And Kevin, I think that was a turning point for them last year. I mean, they saw that they had a chance to make a big leap forward after the trade and responded accordingly.
Here's Turner after the basket by Timothy Mozgov. Bradley passes to Lee. Mozgov with the block. Cleveland leading by 10. James dishes to Smith. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
He hit a three in the first, but so far has been unable to capitalize here in this quarter.
That's good. Lee's got his first basket.
Well, they're not shooting as many from outside here in the second quarter.
They were shooting well early on. I like their spacing. I think they should get back to that.
Now here's LeBron. He's one of the better scorers in the league, averaging almost 25 points a game.
And when the score is as lopsided as it is, and you can see they smell blood in the water, my man is going for the jugular.
Crowder with it. James covering. Bradley, no one around him. Hits the target from 18 feet. Bradley's got his second basket of the night. Here's Irving. He's got 10. Down low. Lee with the block, and they're able to recover. And Love throws it down. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Bradley kicks to Lee. Here's the screen. Here's Crowder. No good with the triple. Cleveland leading by 10. Irving passes to LeBron. Love with the screen on Bradley. LeBron dishes to Love.
That's a walk.
No good off the pick. And we've reached halftime in this one. Cavaliers lead by 10. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Thanks, Kevin. I'm here with David Lee. And David, tell us what your approach was defensively in this game tonight.
Well, we made some mistakes here and there. Our biggest thing is if we don't turn the ball over, I think we're going to be okay. They got a couple easy buckets in transition.
Thank you so much. Back to you guys at the table.
All right, Doris, thank you. And we'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Okay, everybody, pay attention. We definitely got some stuff to go over from the first half. We're not going to let this game get away from us.
Well, they've come out looking to run, and so far we've let them. Let's bust our butts to get back on D and force them to slow things down in the second half. Second thing, we need to get points inside. If they're as hard to get in the second half as they were in the first, we're going to be too one-dimensional. And let's not lean too much on the fast break in the second half. Get things set up when we can. The points will come fast enough. Don't worry.
We've got an uphill battle on our hands, no doubt about it. I don't want to catch you guys looking at the scoreboard. All we can do is play our game.
The second half just about to get going here.
Well, so far for Coach Brad Stevens, the Celtics have had nothing but praise for their outstanding young coach. No surprise for those of us who know Brad. The team is really moving ahead in the rebuilding process, and he gets a lot of the credit for that.
Checking out the group for David Blatt to start the second half. Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. Down low, it's Love and Mozgov. And it's LeBron in at the three slot. And he gets it to go.
Boy, I tell you what, he loves getting looks like that from the three-point line. No one near him. That's a warm-up jumper for him.
Here's Thomas, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Outside Thomas. They set the pick. 6 to shoot. Here's Olynyk. No good on the three.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
LeBron outside. LeBron is doubled. Love kicks to LeBron. Fires from the wing. No good off the front iron.
Well, I tell you what, that's too good a look to pass up there. Even though it didn't go, that's one you got to take.
Now the pass to Olynyk. Here's Bradley. Drills the three-pointer. Bradley's got 8.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
90 seconds now into the second half. And that one's good by LeBron.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Now here's Lee. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. Smith against Thomas. And he hits it just before the shot clock expires. He has 7.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
Cavs didn't start the season as a team built around the 3, but they would end it that way.
Yeah, and after the trade for Smith and Shumpert, it changed their dynamic. All of a sudden, they can do a lot of damage from beyond the arc.
Wallace with it. Now Thomas defending.
That's a wall.
Shot's good from Love. Love's got 10.
Oh, wow. 4 or 5 to start the half. Coming out on fire.
And, you know, for the Cavs, they ended up in the top 5 in made threes per game, but they actually led the NBA in made threes per game after the trade.
Thomas. That doesn't go either for Thomas.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Celtics trail by 15. Shot from 12. No good on the shot. A bit long that time.
And last season, the Cavs would shatter all sorts of franchise records in the 3 department. I mean, makes sense to have that many shooters on your roster when LeBron opens up so much in terms of floor space.
Now here's Thomas following the miss by Kyrie Irving.
You know, he's been off his game this quarter just a bit. Hasn't been able to get a whole lot to go so far.
There's the dish to Smith. Here's Love. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
To the inside. Mozgov with the steal. And here's the fast break. LeBron leading the way. And out of bounds as the Celtics gain possession.
I tell you what, he clearly had a brain freeze on that one. You might just as well keep going straight to the bench.
And a new group in for the Celtics. Tyler Zeller's checked in for Olynyk. Jared Sullinger comes in for David Lee. Evan Turner, he's checked in for Crowder. And Freak subbed in for Bradley. Celtics trail by 17. Thomas kicks to Zeller. The Celtics working the ball around now. The feed to Thomas. And it's been a while, but he finally gets one to go. Thomas got 4 points now in the quarter.
Heads up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Outside Shumpert. Thompson outside. Back to Shumpert. It's blocked. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Turner leading the charge. To the wing right side. Thomas against Jefferson. Thomas kicks to Sullinger. Good.
He's doing his best to carry him, fellas, but he can only do so much. Things would be different for them if he was getting a little more help.
First personal foul, team second.
Amir Johnson's checked in for Boston. All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
You know, I thought maybe they'd cool off a bit at halftime, but they've continued to bury the jump shot.
Another thing they've done tonight well is share the ball. So many of their points have come off of good, crisp passes.
Now here's Shumpert looking for his first basket still in this one.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Here's Thomas. It's a 14-point game. Here's Freak. That one falls coming off of Thomas's feet. Thomas got 3 assists now in this one. Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Thompson sets the pick for Williams. Pick by Varejao. And Williams, here we go. Just 3 to shoot. Thompson misses. Freak with it. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Cavaliers on top. They lead by 12. Don't go anywhere. The final quarter is coming up next on 2K Sports. And thanks again for joining us. Let's see what happens here in the fourth.
With a measurable odds, still I gave straight bets. So I felt the most something and you nothing. Check. I'm from the other side where other guys don't walk too much. The girls from the projects went said we talk too much.
Here's Thomas. Freak. He's in at shooting guard. Johnson is out there with Zeller. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Thomas in the point guard. That's the Boston 5. Shumpert passes to Varejao. Three-pointer. Again, Shumpert missing. Celtics trail by 12. Freak dishes to Johnson. Johnson with a screen on Varejao. Feeds to Zeller. Shoots from 12. That's good. Zeller's got the fourth quarter started here with a bucket for Boston.
That's an easy. We call those bunnies. That's what they need.
The screen from Thompson. Layup off the pick. No good from Irving. Clark, one thing we've seen from these guys is excellent ball movement.
And you love to see that, Kevin. I mean, I love watching unselfish play, and I know Greg enjoys that too.
No doubt about it. It's fun to watch the way they're operating as a team right now. They are all in sync. Boy, they've been terrific from beyond here in the second.
Exactly what the doctor ordered. Those three-point bombs will erase the deficit quickly if they can keep it up.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
And for Varejao, his wild hair and frenetic style long ago earned him the nickname Wild Thing. I mean, diving for loose balls, taking charges, but that energy and enthusiasm may be unsurpassed really by any other player in our league.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Olenek, he's checked in for Zeller. Lee comes in for Amir Johnson. And it's Avery Bradley in for Freak. Well, Greg, you're talking about Varejao. He may play wild, but his production has backed it up. A few years ago, he averaged, Clark, over 14 rebounds a game.
Yeah, and I don't think he plays that wild. I think he just looks wild. That hair flying all over the place, and he's giving up his body.
I
don't know if he's
yeah.
necessarily a wild player as much as he just looks and appears to be everywhere at all times.
Takes the three. Not as good, and the Cavaliers lead cut to just 7 points in the basket from Bradley.
Back-to-back threes for him. The defense is slacking off a little.
You've got to respect that three, or you'll give up points in a hurry.
Now, here is Smith. The open shot by Love. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Game moves along. 2 minutes gone here in the fourth. Now Thomas.
Move the ball and stick it too much.
6 to shoot. 14 feet away. Can't get it to go. Good D by Irving. The Cavaliers leading by 7. He feeds it to LeBron. In the corner, Smith with it. Now here's Irving. From deep. Once again off the mark by Cleveland. Boston's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight, nailed 5 of them. Crowder kicks to Lee. Lee pass was put in just the right spot.
And he just big-boyed it right there. The height advantage he's got down low, really difficult for them to defend.
Smith outside. And a wide-open look for Irving. It's good, the assist that time from Smith. Smith's got 3 assists now in this one. Outside Thomas. passes it to Lee. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
Shooting 2. Shooting 2.
And that one misses. Freaks checked in for Avery Bradley. And Cleveland also making a change. Mozgov, he's checked in for Anderson Varejao. That's off as well, so he misses both. The Cavaliers leading by 8. LeBron with it. He's picked up by Lee. Picked by Mozgov. Here's Smith. Rebound by Olynyk.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Screen by Lee. In the corner, Crowder with it. From past the arc. That drops.
What a time for him to step up. Big 3 right there.
Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. James outside. He kicks to Love. From 15 feet away. Rebounded by the Celtics.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Shoots the 3. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Crowder.
This looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowing.
I don't know. There might be more defense in the warm-ups. Right now, these are just...
I need you guys to be crashing the offensive glass. Big guys, use your size to box out and get inside position. Effort, fellas. Effort!
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Well, over that last break, Kevin, I got a chance to hear what you...
Love outside. Irving against Thomas.
That's the wall!
And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Irving. Irving's got 3 assists in the game. Celtics trail by 4. Thomas kicks the freak. He dishes it to Crowder. Out to the right wing. Lee, a screen on James. Shot clock at 6. Crowder with it. Now Smith defending. Good on the shot. Crowder's got 12 points here in the second half.
The defense a step slow, and you can see the results.
Greg, that's 3 in a row from out there now, so they've got to do a better job contesting.
.14 left in the 4th quarter. Smith for 3. The shot is off. And the Celtics going the other way now. They are right on the brink of taking the lead.
This is an absolutely critical juncture in this game.
Thomas against Irvin. Shot clock at 6. Thomas passes the freak.
That's the shot of the game.
Well, he was fearless enough to get it up and down, and it paid off for him.
Thomas against Irving. 40 seconds left in the fourth. No good with the layup. So, guys, it comes down to this.
Time, Kevin, for the stars to shine.
Thomas dishes to lead. Good D from Love.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
Irving kicks to James. Takes the 13-footer. Got it!
Boy, is it tough to stop LeBron right now.
They can't guard us on the perimeter. Let's spread the floor and isolate up top. Spacing, fellas. Spacing.
There's 10 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Freak passes to Thomas. From deep three-point range, bullseye!
Now he's just showing off with range like that. That's what I call profile. Incredible.
How about his release, his form, everything flawless?
Freak, you're the guy. So good screens, tight passes now. We need to get Freak a clean look. Execute, and let's put him away.
And so it's Boston scraping by with the win. What a show they put on here at home tonight.
Tremendous work all the way down to the wire. We were just wondering what would happen next. Major drama, and we saw good.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Isaiah Thomas.
He was on his game tonight from an offensive standpoint, whether it was scoring the basketball or distributing. He gave the defense all sorts of problems. I love seeing a player in that kind of offensive rhythm that he was in tonight. He commanded the situation at all times.
Things haven't been pretty for them lately, but his performance in this win is definitely a step in the right direction. He wanted this one badly. You can tell that right off the bat. He put his game into another gear and was playing angry tonight, fellas.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
The only color I care about is green. Money. Now, you've certainly made some money so far, Freak, but it's time we make more money. I'm talking movies, TVs, endorsements, even your own brand Jordan sneakers.
I care about the game first, Dom. All that sounds great, but don't you think it's a little too early to be talking about all that?
Too early? LeBron was 12 years old in 6th grade when he was thinking Space Jam. It's never too early to take and make leaps.
I guess.
You guess? This isn't high school. This isn't college. This is the real world. And the real world is fueled by one thing.
Oh, money.
That's right. Money. Dollar bills, y'all. Why do you think they put presidents on them? Because that's what presides over us. I ever tell you guys about the first dollar I ever made?
No, Dom, but you're about to.
Yo, check this out. CC, this is a great story, right? So I'm 7 years old, Queens, New York, 1973. My older brother, Lonzo, he's got a lemonade stand. So that summer, I'm like, Lonzo, let me help out. Let me make a couple of bucks with you. He's like, all right, Dom, come on. I'll teach you the business. So I'm pouring tons of sugar. I'm squeezing the lemons. I got the lemonade stand all set up. I'm like, yo, I got this, right? So I'm watching during the course of the day. I'm noticing something Lonzo's doing. He's not charging for refills. That summer, I convinced Lonzo no more free refills, and we make $2,000 plus tips. Today, Lonzo's Lemonade is a national brand and publicly traded.
Oh, wow. That's dope.
I'm not here to impress. I'm here to improve and to assist. I'm like the Italian-American Magic Johnson, running point for Team Freak. No.
The only person running point around here will be me.
CC, look at my watch. What do you see?
Not this again. I've seen the movie.
This is diamonds and platinum. Gold, forget about it. Silver, forget about it. This is diamonds and platinum. It's power and speed. Freak, this is what you have. You are on your way to being the biggest thing in the NBA. I'm proposing now that we dominate off the court as well as on.
I can't believe I'm saying this, Freak, but Dom has a point. You've been establishing yourself on the court, and now it's time to take it off the court. Brand Jordan sneakers, the possibilities are endless.
Listen, Freak, you're going to have to decide the legacy you want to leave. But I'm not some agent from the Yellow Pages. I'm Dom Pagnotti. I'm the man, the myth, the legend, the king, #1. I'm the best. And I'm a shark. And the Pagnotti shark is working for you. And we got to set new goals and bigger goals, okay? I'm talking all-star game. I'm talking dunk contest. When was the last time you saw an NBA great in a dunk contest, huh? I'm talking first team all-NBA, first team all-defensive team.
What about social media?
Yvette, great idea. Social media. Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Let's kick it up a notch. www.freakinandvibing.com. That's right, your own website. I've already set it up for you, and it's running great.
Wait, hold up.
Listen, I'm in negotiations right now on a feature that will allow viewers to watch Freak and only him and his plays during the game.
Yeah, but you set up a website without consulting me?
Yeah.
When did this happen?
Last week.
Uh-oh. Oh, this is gonna be epic.
CC, I love you, but I got no time to waste, and you're out there busy doing whatever it is you're doing.
Whatever I'm doing? You know what? I'm really sick and tired of the disrespect. This is Team Freak, not the Dom Pagnotti Italian-American opera.
Cece, calm down, all right? Dom here, he's just trying to take us to the next level.
Look, Ming Ching, I don't even know why you're here when your job is to look good and shut up.
Cece, chill.
No, I'm done chilling. Between your clown agent and your gold-digging girlfriend, I've had enough.
Gold digger? You're the winner of the Lucky Sperm contest, and I'll have you know I am currently starting my own fashion line. I've already got model contracts from Beijing to Milan. Not to mention I graduated top of my class. Summa cum laude.
You mean thank you, Laude?
I don't need a man to save me or provide for me, okay? I got my own. Boo.
Okay, well, if that's the case, then why has all your success and fame coincided with your relationship with my brother? If you're really on top of your game, wouldn't that have happened before y'all even met?
Right? You know what, Cece? You're just jealous. It's okay, though. Why don't you just play the background, yeah? Enjoy the ride.
Y'all both done yet?
May I continue? Now listen, as far as movie properties go, I've already got a script based upon a story of your life, Freak, okay? So guys, check out these possible titles. Freakin' and Vibin', Life and Times, Volume 1. The Freak Chronicle, Freak the Fast and Furious, Part 1 does it, and this one's my favorite, Freak, you're gonna love this. He got Pagnotti.
Whoa, okay.
You love it, right?
Dom. Yeah, but look, you're the man, but you're not the man. Okay, you work for me. You have to follow my lead. I'm all for your ideas, but in due time. As for now, I want to focus on the court, and we'll discuss some of your ideas at a later date. Understood?
Yeah, we're cool in the gang, bro. That's all you had to say.
All right, good. Thank you. Vet, chill. You cannot let Cece get underneath your skin. But on the same token, you cannot go out of your way to piss her off. I don't have time to be playing peacekeeper between you two.
You know what? We need to talk about this afterwards alone.
Fine. Cece? you need to hold this together. You and I both agreed long ago that Dom was the best agent for me. He has delivered. Are his methods questionable? Is he a shark? Yes and yes, but he is our shark. He's what's best for me, which means he is what's best for all of us. Your job is to bring us balance. Manage the team, sis. We all need to be on the same page.
You're right. But blood is thicker than water.
You know, I ain't trying to hear all that. I'm not here to hold hands. I'm here to win games and achieve greatness on and off the court. But in order for that to happen, I need everybody to be on point. Essentially, get right or get gone. Yeah, I don't have time to be teaching you guys how to work together. It either starts now or I find it elsewhere. Squashed?
Squashed.
Zucchini'd.
Mr. Dom Pagnotti. Mr. Diamond and Platinum himself. It's a love-hate relationship.
What are you thinking about people who see your brother as just a meal ticket?
Well, that's why I'm there. I'm the gatekeeper. Yep. I can smell it from a mile away.
When you take time out for your own personal life, do you have a personal life?
I do.
Where at? I think Freak is your personal life.
You can think whatever you want, mister. But, I have a personal life, thanks.
Yeah?
Yeah. I think that should end the interview right now. Yeah? It's great meeting you.
Big game for me tonight. Carmelo Anthony's a player I watched playing for the Knicks when I was in high school, so I got nothing but love for him in his game. I can only hope to one day be the scorer that he is now. Time to do NYC proud. Haul him in the house, baby. Melo better be ready.
It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg and our sideline reporter, Doris Burke. Tonight in Boston, a new chapter will be written in the long history of the rivalry between the Celtics and the New York Knicks. This game, an interesting matchup for them, facing another middle-of-the-pack team. They're looking to take a step forward. This is the type of game that they've got to measure the progress with.
This is one of those games, when you look at your calendar, it's circled before the schedule's even released. So it's one of the best rivalries we have in our league. And, guys, this is the one you do not want to miss.
No doubt about it, because it seems like these two teams always have a reason to be angry at each other, a little chippy at the very least, and that brings out the best basketball in both of them.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Porzingis is out there with Robin Lopez. Then there's Aflalo. Then there's Calderon. And it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. And now Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Guys, Derek Fisher had a few moments to share with me. He told me that he's looking forward to this matchup, their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll look to play up defensively. As usual, their length and shot blocking a great deterrent inside. Kevin?
Great stuff, Doris. Thanks. That's a mantra we're going to hear, I think, a lot from coaches. Defense first.
You know, we always do, but it really rings true with this group. When they get all 5 guys keyed in at the defensive end, I think they make things very difficult for the opponent.
Yeah, and I think every single possession is going to be a battle in this one. That's what I'm expecting anyway.
The first one falls.
You know, there was a bunch of stuff that went wrong for the Knicks last season, and we don't have enough time to get into all of it. One thing that was at least decent was their play within the division.
Both free throws good from Avery Bradley. And so here is New York. They're coming into this game off that recent loss to Atlanta.
And it seemed inevitable that they were going to lose that game with how they struggled, but in the end, they had an opportunity to win it.
Yeah, you know, Greg, but to me it appeared as though they just had heavy legs. I mean, just looked to be very tired out there at the end.
Here's Thomas after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. Calderon against Thomas. Shot clock at 5. That's good. Thomas got his first points of the night.
I love the advantage he has from a speed standpoint. Does a great job of creating separation for that shot. I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Olynyk the pass to Thomas. The pass to Olynyk right at the free throw line. They get the rebound. Sullinger, and good work on the boards. They pick up the second chance points.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
And he gets it to go.
Oh, that is just weak defense there. I'm pretty sure that was not the plan to give him those kind of baskets at the hoop.
Puts up a 3. It's rebounded by New York. And for Sullinger last season, further indication, Clark, that he needs to keep working on his conditioning.
And that was a concern coming into the league with Jared, is just how committed would he be to working on his body all the time and maintaining the level of conditioning that he needs. And Injuries have been a part of that not being the case, but when he's out there, he's capable.
Anthony against Thomas. Alderone has the open look. The shot is off. Now Boston takes it the other way. This game coming after a loss against the Pistons.
And when things started to go wrong for him in that game, boy, did they ever go wrong. They just could never get back on track in that game.
Greg, the problem to me was no consistency. Anytime they strung together a couple of baskets, they couldn't build on it.
Here's Porzingis. Isaiah Thomas making his last shot. Here's Anthony. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Anthony's got 10 points.
And talking about Sullinger, you wonder if he's been in the right scheme for the past couple of years. He's not a three-point shooter. He's a back-to-the-basket banger. You want proof, only hit 28% from behind the arc last season, and that was his career high. I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D, because that clearly was a breakdown.
Pass to Porzingis. Inside. Here's a follow. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
You know, on the topic of Sullinger, guys, he said publicly that people are doubting him. And he's right. I mean, until he gets in better shape and stays that way, there will always be questions surrounding that part of his game. Hopefully for him going forward, he can be more Duncan than Diao in the way he treats his body.
Okay, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
Free throw good. Jay Crowder, and Freak subbed in for Avery Bradley. And so Aaron Aflalo nails both of them.
And, you know, for the Celtics, the actual playoff series didn't go well. They got swept by the Cavaliers, but most people will remember the injuries from the series more than the play, and the Celtics have a bright future, no doubt.
Thomas, no luck. The Knicks with the lead. We've got 1:48 left here in the first quarter. Quinn can't hit. Boston's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. To the middle. And Turner with the basket on the assist by Thomas.
You know, they've scored several times already here in the first quarter down low. I like that.
It's like a running game in football. When you can pound the basketball inside, it also allows you to control the team's transition.
Now here's Aflalo. He's coming off a 13-point game against Atlanta. For Boston, they've gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. And Turner kicks to lead. Back to Turner. The Celtics working the ball around now. They now take the lead. 6 points for Isaiah Thomas.
Well, I tell you what, I need to see some more assertiveness out of these defenders. They're not getting the job done.
That's a great point. 10 of the last 12 points they've allowed have come at the rim.
Now, here's O'Quinn. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Kicks to Williams. He feeds it to Aflalo. He with the block. Tries again. Back to Williams. From the arc. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Thomas goes in. No good. Now the Knicks take it the other way. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Celtics team.
2 division rivals facing off tonight. They'll see one another 4 times this season.
This is definitely the first of many tonight. And in these first games, you always try to set the tone and take that mental and psychological edge.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
And so, lots of scoring in that competitive first quarter. Knicks lead by 3. And we'll get the second quarter underway on the other side of this break. And a chance to hear from former number 2 overall pick Derek Williams about his focus offensively. Two huge improvements for him. Greg, can he do more?
Definitely. He's already...
Welcome back, folks. We have a close game here at the start of the second quarter of play. And looking at what we've seen from the Knicks so far, what do you guys think?
It's been about the effort. Love the hustle they've shown here in the first.
Yeah, it's due to their hustle, as you said, Greg, and it's showing up on the scoreboard, too.
Freak in at shooting guard. David Lee is out there with Amir Johnson. Then it's Jay Crowder, and it's Turner in at the point. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics.
Boy, that was a rugged screen set there, fellas, and the defense didn't even try to go through that one.
And Doris Burke has something for us. Hey, Doris.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Pistons did not have a great showing. He ended with a few points, and he was able to dish out a few helpers to teammates as well. And it's unfortunately become less of a surprise as he's been at a low point for a while. These are things everyone must work through. Coach is certainly hoping it turns around here, guys.
Good work as always, Doris. Thank you. Well, we haven't seen too many games, guys, like that out of him before.
And you know what? I'm thinking we'll see a different guy here tonight. Hard to imagine he'd have back-to-back bad games.
Yep, forget about back-to-back bad games on an individual basis. What he really wants to avoid are back-to-back losses.
And watching Amir Johnson, Clark, he seems so casual about silently destroying opponents in the paint, and he's carried that air about him almost his entire career.
You know what? He's rarely had plays called for him, Kevin. He doesn't produce a bunch of highlights, but he's really potent. I mean, one of the league's best at defending opponents at the rim, grabbing in-traffic rebounds. Those both are valuable assets.
And talking about Amir Johnson, he's really the last of a discontinued model, if you will. When the Pistons called his name in the 2005 NBA draft, the year before the rookie age limit was put in place, he became the last 18-year-old drafted into our league. And it did take him a number of years to kind of get up to the pro speed.
Jared Sullinger's checked in for Boston. Avery Bradley comes in for Evan Turner. And he can't get the second one to drop either. Coming up empty that time.
Guys, did you know not once in Johnson's 10 seasons has he averaged more than 11 points or 7.5 rebounds a game? Sometimes he doesn't even start. And yet, there's a certain sect of followers who feel Amir Johnson is among the most valuable, efficient players in the league. I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Bradley kicks to Freak. The 9-foot shot. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Freak's got his first points of the game. The Knicks leading by 5. Galloway, the pass to Amundsen. Shot off the screen. Sullinger with the rebound.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender.
And he gets it to go. 6 points for Avery Bradley.
That's as good as it gets right there. Beautiful reverse layup in traffic.
Galloway kicks to Amundsen. There's Galloway. 14 points from him the last game against the Hawks in Atlanta. Amundsen can't hit. For Boston, they've gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Freak with it. Johnson dishes to Bradley. Johnson with a screen on Calder. He used that pick to perfection. Now just a 1-point Knicks lead.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
catch up with Doris from the sideline.
Thank you, Kevin. Brad Stevens had some words for his team over the break.
Three minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Anthony on the wing, defended by Crowder. Good.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
That's his first shot so far.
Isaiah Thomas, who's checked in for the Celtics. And New York with a change here, too. Aaron Aflalo, who's checked in for Langston Galloway. That free throw good from Anthony.
It's hard to believe this, but Carmelo feels as if he's been underrated as a superstar to this point in his career. And I'm sure there are a lot of conflicting opinions on that topic.
Now here's Crowder. He's coming off a 13-point game against the Pistons in Detroit.
Sticking too much.
And the rebound goes to Lopez.
And fancy finishes like that look great, but man, it's embarrassing when you blow them.
Lopez a screen. And Aflalo wide open. He shoots. And the three off target.
Well, they're fortunate. The defense was taking a big chance leaving him that wide open behind the arc.
Aflalo against Thomas. Over to the wing. Here's Bradley. 6 on the shot clock. No good with the triple. The Knicks lead by 4. We've got 1:55 left now here in the second. Here's Porzingis. Now Anthony. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Tries again. Can't get it to go. Good D by Sullinger. Clark, they've been looking out of sync offensively.
You know what? A basket here would do a lot for their confidence.
Here's Thomas. It's rebounded by New York. Aflalo's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Outside Anthony. There's the feed to Aflalo. There's a good screen. Lopez a screen. New York needs to get off a shot. He got right to the cup using that screen. Lopez has got his first basket of the night.
The number of points they've scored in the paint already today is pretty eye-opening.
It really is, Clark. The defenders need to do a better job of closing those lanes to the hoop.
Now here's Sullinger. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Bradley passes to Sullinger. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Lopez sets a screen for Anthony. To the paint. Shot from 12. And there's Lopez. That's good on the assist by Anthony. And it's an 8-point Knicks lead.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Outside Thomas. It's Bradley on the wing. No good again that time. And so we wrap up the first half. It's the Knicks. They're up by 8. And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Carmelo, some great numbers for you and great play on and off the basketball tonight. Is your strategy any different?
It's the same thing. Try to move without the ball, play without the ball, space the court, attack when I get the ball, be aggressive, and find people when they open.
Carmelo, thank you, guys. You've got to be aware wherever he is on the basketball floor.
Thanks so much, Doris, and we'll step away briefly, but get you right back in there for the start of the third quarter after this break.
Hey guys, settle down for a second. I noticed a couple of things from that first half.
A nice chunk of our offense in the first half came from the low post. And one thing that should definitely do for us in the third quarter is open things up on the perimeter. We should have a lot of room to operate outside. And I know we've got work to do, but let's not start pressing and trying to do too much. That'll only make things harder on us.
Last thing is, let's not waste any time. We got to play with a sense of urgency and start cutting into that lead right away. Let's do this.
And now the third quarter about to get going. Carmelo Anthony really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Yeah, created a lot of quality shots for himself in that first half, and he knew when to pass it up when the double team came.
And that led to a very high points per shot number for him. For those of you that are into analytics, that stat really tells how efficient a player has been, and he's been very efficient so far.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And New York looking at who they've got. Calderon is out there with a foul. Then it's Anthony. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Porzingis in at the four-man position. Here's Bradley after the made shot from Carmelo Anthony. And it's Bradley off the drive. Here's Olynyk. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Olynyk's got his first 3 points of the game.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Boy, guys, they've shown some great passing on their last few trips down the floor. Excellent.
4 straight passes leading to scores. Great team play.
Now here's Crowder taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. That one's in there. The next lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Sullinger. New York shooting has been great, up over 50%. In fact, 52%.
And really a fantastic season for Sullinger last year. Really made some leaps forward, but missed a lot of time still due to injury.
Here's Porzingis. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Bradley drives in. Can't cash in from the high post. Sullinger did continue to improve last year, Clark, but you can't ignore that he had to miss time once again.
Yeah, and you hope that he'll be able to stay healthy for a full year at some point. When he's on the floor, he's a hard matchup for just about every team in the league.
Now, here's Thomas. 6 points for him. Here's Crowder, and he banks in the layup.
Guys, they've had a solid start to the second half offensively. Gotten good looks, and they've made 3 out of 4 of them.
Calderon against Thomas. A follow outside. Pass to Porzingis. The three. And that one's good. Porzingis has got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
That shot becomes effortless for him when the D is so relaxed. They got to get more intense.
Follow against Bradley. And that one goes long. The Knicks leading by 8. Calderon with it. Now Thomas defending. It's Anthony with the drive. And the shot is good. Anthony's got 19 points.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Dishes it to Olynyk. Now here's Crowder. Defense is right there. To the left side wing. Here's Sullinger. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
And one priority for the commissioner this year was how the schedule worked. There were complaints about too many back-to-back games, and it was something everybody wanted to improve upon.
All right now, gentlemen, 2 shots. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Sullinger. Greg, as you said, the NBA schedule was something that needed change. Players were getting worn out with all the back-to-back games, Clark. It's you've been through it and you know firsthand.
And it's not just the back-to-back games, Kevin. It's the 4 games in 5 nights or the 7 in 10 days. The league office knows the NBA is at their best when teams are rested. And kudos to the league for doing something about it.
Here's Galloway looking for his first basket still in this one. Back to Williams. And Jared Sullinger picks up the foul. Zeller is checked in for Sullinger.
Tyler Zeller.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Aflalo outside. Lets it go from deep. And Boston with the rebound.
And he has slipped into a funk, Clark. You can see the confidence is shaken.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, he's very much deflated. The basket looks a lot smaller to him at this point, and the only way you can get out of it is to work yourself out of it.
Here's Galloway following the basket by Freak. And Aflalo kicks to Galloway. Here's Serafin. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist. Galloway has got 3 assists in the game. Celtics trail by 8.
Well, I know last year the Knicks seemed to me to be very passive offensively, and that can sometimes be the case when you're trying to learn the triangle offense, but they never seem to attack the rim at all.
And so here is New York after the miss from Evan Turner. Galloway, the pass to Serafin. And that one comes up a bit short. The Celtics have gone 4 of 7 to get things started here in the second half. Turner against Williams. Shots good by Turner. 1:03 left here in the third quarter. Galloway kicks to O'Quinn. New York moving it around. To the inside. Turner with the steal. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Oh, we've got a moment here. Let's look at the last month and the Knicks and how they ranked in the NBA. 5th in steals, 10th in opponent field goal percentage. And then the top half of the league in getting high percentage shots as well. Not too shabby.
And that ranking in the steals category, airtight perimeter defense, is one of the things that makes this team go. Their aggressiveness, for me, sets them apart.
Lewis Amundsen, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Aflalo. And the Knicks miss again.
He's yet to make an impact from the field, but his team is taking care of business.
The dish to Freak. Feeds to Johnson. To the middle. Left side, Turner. 4 on the shot clock. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Turner's got 6 points.
Yeah, and you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
Here's Galloway. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Fires the 3. And good on the basket. Book it.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
Yeah, he was giving up a lot of size in that particular matchup, but showed the excellent ability to get off that shot despite the disadvantage in size.
Check it out.
And the final period of play just about to start.
Real quick. Baby on that rap to pay the bill. Now I'm finished, not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth.
Celtics trail by 7. Freak in a 2-guard. Evan Turner is out there with David Lee. Then it's Thomas. And it's Olynyk in at center. That's the Boston 5. Freak kicks to Lee. Thomas, it's a wide open look, and the 3 ball is good. Thomas got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Celtics. Passes to Galloway. Anthony down low. He's against Olynyk. That is good. And that's now 21 points for Carmelo Anthony. The Celtics shooting an efficient 53% from the field. Lee outside. Lee sets a screen for Turner. Taken away by Anthony. Oh, and here comes Calderon all alone. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. And now an 8-point Knicks lead.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and you can see right there why he does.
Now here's Freak. Outside Thomas. Down low. And the basket by Olynyk.
Seems to me as though they've kicked it into another gear here. I love the way they're moving the ball around now. Everybody's touching it, and everybody's ready to pass and catch and shoot.
Here we go, Boston. Now coming on the board are your Celtics dancers. Give it up.
To check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Hi, Kevin. Derek Fisher was just going over the plan with his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back. Guys?
Looking at who's out there now for the Celtics. Sellinger's checked in for Lee. Jay Crowder comes in for Evan Turner. And it's Avery Bradley in for Freak. Now here's Anthony for Zingis. Here's Lopez, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. And the Knicks lead by 8.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Thomas against Calderon to the paint. Here's Lopez. Here's Anthony. Second chance effort. And a foul on the shot. Go to the stripe for 2. That went on Olynyk.
Melo having a terrific game. He's got 21 points and 1 steal.
And we're seeing him at his very best today. Just really a joy to watch.
Well, I know I'm thoroughly enjoying it because he's amazing when he's on top of his game like this.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Anthony. The Celtics really seemed to get better as last season wore on, too. GA finished the year looking very dangerous.
Kevin, with the Celtics, they were dynamite after the All-Star break. Had the second-best record in the Eastern Conference post-All-Star.
Aaron Aflalo, he's checked in for New York. Both free throws good from Anthony.
You know, one of the big things for the Celtics after the All-Star break was they played smarter. I mean, they went from the middle of the pack in terms of turnovers to a team that rarely made mistakes.
Really aggressive play there, taking it to the rack against the big fella.
You know, Greg, aggressiveness is really the only option when you're on the wrong side of the size equation.
Now, here's Calderon. It's Carmelo Anthony on the wing. Clock at 6.
That's a wall.
And he finishes nicely on the layup. Anthony's got the lead up to 10 now for New York.
Yeah, that's a good point about the Celtics and their turnovers. Last year, after the All-Star break, they were 4th in the league in limiting their mistakes. They played well beyond their years down the stretch.
Taken away by Anthony. And now the fast break. Anthony with the ball. Calderon, that's good.
And that steal paid instant dividends.
No wasted time or motion getting out on that fast break.
It's Sullinger with the drive. Got him with the pump fake, but couldn't finish.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far.
And Clark, their effort on the glass has given them the advantage, but it's also been the effort in general that's made a difference.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Knicks.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Something we've also seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to go down. Big points from outside.
Free throw good from Aflalo. And Aflalo drops them both.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Yeah, they've not missed a single foul shot this half, and that's taking care of business, fellas.
And it's sent back by Lopez. And a fast break now for the Knicks. And it's Anthony with the jam.
I tell you what, I don't know what he did in the locker room, but he needs to do a little bit more of it because he's on fire.
Thomas goes in, and it's sent back by Lopez. That'll be Boston as it goes out of bounds. Celtics retain possession. On defense, New York. And here's Crowder. To the middle. Here's Sullinger. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
First personal foul, team's first.
And watching Jay Crowder, he can really beast you up, Greg, and take you out of your game. One of the most physical wings, I think, in the NBA.
And not the most flexible athlete, but he makes up for that with that strength that you mentioned. It allows him to control the pace. I mean, he's a bumper and a grinder and hitting a big three out of nowhere. So he's what we call a true gamer.
Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
Now here's Anthony, and it goes out of bounds. That one's off Anthony.
I tell you what, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
So it's Boston now. It's a 13-point game.
And it became clear, thinking about the Knicks again, I mean, it made sense for a team with injuries and being in disarray on the floor to just battle for that lottery. It took a long time for him to get that first triple. Let's see now, though, if he can get going.
Lets a floater go. The shot is off. Now Boston takes it the other way.
And that's an important rebound, especially on a night where the board work has not been their best.
But they're still in this one, fellas. Can they pump it up a notch here in the clutch?
The Knicks leading by 8.
Kind of packing it in for the sake of being better in the future can possibly work in New York for a year or two, but not longer than that. The media will eat you up there if you don't start making some progress towards winning, pleasing basketball.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for Boston.
Fantastic passing. We saw it in the first half, and it's carried over here in the second.
It's been a hot shooting night for them, too. I mean, they've hit a lot of those mid-range jump shots.
Good on the first, and that will put them up by 9. And Aflalo drops them both. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Olynyk can't hit. New York leading by 10. Now here's Calderon. The pass to Porzingis. 16 feet away. Aflalo, no good. Boston's gone 3-7 tonight from three-point territory. Thomas with the ball, now guarded by Aflalo. Bradley can't get it to go.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
Now here's Calderon. Following the miss by Avery Bradley. Clock at 4. Shoots. No good. So the Celtics will take it the other way.
Probably impossible for them to come back now.
Yeah, far too much work left to be done and not nearly enough time to get it done in.
Calderon with it. So no problem for New York as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win in what was, I think, G, a pretty hostile environment.
It really was. You know, it's never going to be easy on the road, but they didn't have too many problems with that tonight.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Carmelo, we have a question from one of your biggest fans. How do you get off your shots when you're in such a tight coverage situation, a defender right in your grill?
It's easy. If my man back off on me, shoot it. If I got two, pass the ball, find somebody else.
Thank you for the time, sir. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for tuning in. And we send you now over to Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. Without further ado, let's present to you our Jordan player of the game, Carmelo Anthony.
He's flat out dominated. I mean, you see the kind of plays he was making all over the court. This is the game, no matter who they put on him, he wasn't going to be denied. His offensive power was in full effect.
His accuracy from the field was pretty eye-catching. I mean, if he was shooting the ball, it was going in. You rarely see a performance like this with this crazy high shooting percentage. Wow.
And folks, that's it for us. Thank you for tuning in. Always a pleasure. For Kenny the Jet Smith, for Shaquille O'Neal, this is Ernie Johnson. Have a great night.
I told you, Dom Pagnotti always delivers. Brand Jordan Freak prototypes. Open the box, check them out.
Woo, it's like Christmas and my birthday on the same day. Oh, Dom.
You love them?
I love them.
Hey, they're waiting for your approval for production.
Approved.
Approved?
Approved.
Done. I'll make the call.
In Pagnotti we trust.
I told you you'd love them.
Man.
Hey, I'm going to have you playing in those in 30 days or less.
Oh, money. Oh, man.
Freaking and vibing. Freaking and vibing.
Freaking and vibing in these, baby.
Down screen.